Good evening, my name is Corporal Field.
My name's Corporal Wade.
So, this is now the DUI and pursuit training guide. The first thing we're going to go over is impaired driving detection. When you're following a vehicle and when speaking to an individual, you'll see very key attributes to their driving and their speech. When they're in a vehicle, you'll see overcorrection in their turning, such as going over the line a little and then realizing it and turning sharp, thinking nobody will notice. You will notice delayed reactions, such as going late at a green light. You will also notice that they will not notice things such as having their blinker on 24/7. They will have large increasings in speed and then large braking or sudden braking. When you stop them and they're in person, you will have a detection of a slur in their speech when they're talking to you. If they're standing, they will try to lean on objects to keep them steady. They'll have a harder time following your simple instructions like they will in the field sobriety tests. They will try to be distracting and make jokes so you might not perceive them as drunk and just happy. There are a few questions that you're going to ask them upon stopping them for a DUI. Have you been drinking anything this evening? If they are drunk enough, they will tell you that they've been drinking. What's the current year? Now, this might seem simple when you're sober, but when you're too drunk, you might not realize that you're in 2017. What road are we on? They should be aware of their surroundings. What color is your car? If they can't determine what color their car is, it's a pretty good chance that they're drunk. Going on to the field sobriety test. When you make a DUI stop, you want to leave a bit of space between your car and the driver's car. This gives space to complete a safe test and still be able to record using your dash cam. Have them get out. Find a straight line. Usually the white line on the side of the road will be the best option. You do not want them falling down and going straight into the path of traffic. Firstly, you will ask them if they have any injuries that can differ their performance. If they can't do 2 out of 3 of the tests, you must bring them in for a breathalyzer. And if they don't consent for that breathalyzer, you will get a warrant using probable cause and get a sample of blood or urine from the hospital. You'll want to go to the hospital immediately, so the alcohol does not leave their blood. You'll make very clear instructions to them while you do it yourself as an example. Have them take 9 steps down the line, heel to heel. On the 10th step, turn around and go back the 9 steps. They are not allowed to use their arms to balance. They are to keep palm down on their pants, and if they use their arms to balance, if they constantly miss the white line, or if they don't count correctly, they have failed the test. But there's 2 more they must pass. The second test will be the alphabet test. They must say the alphabet A to Z, and if they cannot do a simple alphabet, they have failed that test. The third and final test will be the one-legged stand. They must stand still for 15 seconds without moving around. If they move around, they have failed this part of the test. Now for this, we're going to cut a scene to the example of a DUI stop. We'll be back. Good evening, sir. Corporal Field of the Alaska State Troopers. No way of stopping you.
No.
You were swerving over there. Any reason for that, sir?
I don't know.
Alright. Have you been drinking tonight?
Yeah, just 2 Coors Lights.
Alright, how long ago was that, sir?
About 20 minutes ago.
Alright. Why don't you step out of the vehicle for me? Alright, come over here to front of my vehicle, please. Alright, stop right there. Alright, look at me. Alright, so right now, from what you obviously just told me, I'm gonna have reason to believe that you might be driving under the influence. Alright? First of all, if you're not drunk, which I'm not saying you are or you're not, do you mind consenting to a field sobriety test so we can get you on your way?
Sure.
Alright, sir. So, step over here on the white line. Don't get in traffic's way, please. Alright, you're gonna do what I do, but not at the same time, alright? I'm gonna show you first as an example, alright? So, you're gonna take 9 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You turn around on the 10th step, come back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, just start over here. You keep your hands down to your waist. Don't use your arms to balance, and go ahead and do it.
Should I hold my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9?
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay, sir. Step over here for me, sir. Alright, do you know your alphabet, sir?
Yep.
Alright, why don't you go ahead and tell me your alphabet A to Z.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z.
Okay, sir. And now we're gonna do a balance test, so stand still for exactly 15 seconds. I'll tell you when to stop, alright? And go. Alright, sir. You can stop. Okay, so at this point, you failed your field sobriety test. Do you mind coming back to the station to do a breathalyzer?
Sure, but as long as my car is okay.
Yeah, we're gonna have a tow truck out here. It's gonna tow your vehicle, and we're gonna impound it. Alright, sir?
Alright.
Alright, so go ahead and place your hands behind your back. And step back in my vehicle. The car's not gonna let you. You have to get on my side, sir. You need to get on my side, sir. Okay, welcome back to part 2. This part is going to explain DUI checkpoints. Now you're going to have their vehicles aligned, as you'll see in the example video after this. You must at least have 2 DUI officers with you. The more there is, the better it will work. Position the vehicles facing the same way of oncoming traffic. There must be 1 officer per lane. If there's 2 lanes and you can't position a trooper car beside the civilian car, you need 1 unit farther up the road. This is to grab anyone who blows by the checkpoint. It is recommended to have a hidden unit before the checkpoint, looking for anyone who is turning around to avoid it. Keep an eye on the vehicle before it gets to you, though, to see if it has any signs of impaired driving. When the vehicle stops at the trooper will identify themselves, explain what is going on, and then go through basic IDD questions that I explained in part 1. If anyone fails the initial questions, they are to pull off to a safe area that doesn't block the patrol car if the patrol car has to leave. Upon stopping the vehicle in that area, you will ask them to step out and complete a sobriety test, although they do have the right for refusal. If they do refuse, you will take them back to the station for a breathalyzer, and once again, if they don't want to submit to that, they must get a warrant for their blood or urine. Although, if they don't refuse the sobriety testing, you will go along as taught in part 1. After the completion of the test, you will determine if they failed or passed. If they passed, they can be asked to do an alka-sensor on scene. If they decline your request, then you will release them. If they allow a test, then go ahead and test them. Keep in mind that impaired driving could include a controlled substance. If you have enough probable cause to say that they are not drunk but impaired, you will place them under arrest for driving while impaired, and bring them to the hospital with a warrant for their blood and urine once again. If they fail, you will place them under arrest for DUI and bring them to the station to submit for a breathalyzer. Once again, if they don't comply, you will also get a warrant, and bring them to the hospital immediately. Now this is it for the explanation. We're going to move on to the proper DUI checkpoint video. Okay, now that we're done with that, we're going to move on to pursuits over 100 miles an hour. When an AST pursuit exceeds 100 miles an hour, all units have to drop out of the pursuit, except for certified pursuit people from this training. The pursuit certified people must maintain control and stability of their vehicles at speeds this fast. Once the subject has surpassed 100 miles an hour, it is now a threat to all oncoming traffic, and the pursuit must come to a stop immediately. For training, the trooper must turn on snow and night and do the following test, which is going to be shown in a video, so we'll skip to that.
Go. Right.
Okay, when trying to stop a pursuit at this speed, there is two tactics acceptable. One being the rolling roadblock if possible, which is getting your vehicle in front of the subject's vehicle and trying to have them brake as you brake in front of them. The second one, which is not recommended, is a pit maneuver. It's going to be very dangerous doing this at 100 miles an hour, and the roads must be absolutely clear along with the personnel if there's sidewalks. The applicant, which is you, must perform both of these maneuvers, above 100 miles an hour. You have the whole runway to do so, one time for each maneuver. We're going to skip to both examples now. Okay, to further the task of driving in rough conditions at a high speed, the applicant must now go off-road in the following course as fast as possible. We're going to skip to the final video, which is going to show you how to do this.
Go.
Okay, and now that concludes this training video for the DUI/pursuit certification for Alaska State Troopers. Congratulations if you pass, and best of luck to you.